cartoon is a special favorite of mine.
Every business paper has a own cartoon.
As a cartoon, I mean, that is a surprising thing. When I started as a student, when I wanted to become a cartoonist, there was hardly a business cartoonist in sight except Mario Miranda, who was the comments on
Sports.
especially on cricket, almost on a weekly basis. The birth of economic reforms. Till then, a business paper did not carry a cartoon on a regular basis. There was Mario who did extensive work for Economic Times, but he was not there as a daily development cartoonist. Then economic reforms happened, and slowly the economic matters became part of our daily discourse. People started becoming investors. They started taking more interest in their own financial affairs. Income started rising. So around the time business line started, and slowly cartoons started taking these subjects into their daily cartoon. From Lakshman down to anybody who's even a starter in the 1990s, they started drawing on business matters, business technology. Along with the economic reforms came the technological boom. So there was this load of subjects for business paper to cover, and those subjects became subjects for cartoonists also. So if I have to say, this is slightly back in context on the 1st of January when we had different GST slabs and industry was complaining. Now it is not there anymore. Nirmala Sitharaman has actually solved the problem about 4 months ago. These are all on stock market.
I like your style of drawing. Whether it is done in what kind of instrument you have used?
I use the charcoal pencil. And even when I draw digitally, which is most of the time these days, I actually shape a brush into look like what I use in real life. So,
and coloring is done by Photoshop?
Coloring is, no, it is, I use software, different software from
what is the
Photoshop.
name of Photoshop?
Do you want it? No, it's not Photoshop. Is it necessary that we give the name?
Okay, some people may
it's called, it's from a company called Escape Motions. The software's name is Rebel.
Okay. As a you are an engineer by metallurgy engineer.
I'm a licentiate engineer in metallurgy, which is actually in those days. I don't know if it is still offered here in colleges here. It is a rung below BTech and a rung above diploma. It was a 3.5 year course. I don't know if it is still offered.
This AMI kind of.
No, it's different. We got a certificate that said the LMET, which is not DMET, nor is it BTech. So it was a purely metallurgy.
And you are very craftful.
Look at this. This cartoon is a special favorite of mine because it talks about pollution and polluted times that we are living in.
You are from 23 years. You are doing this.
No, sir. I started with Business Line in 1994, and before that, for 5 years, I was with Business Time. So
that is some general subject.
35 years. 35 years I've been a professional cartoonist. More than 35 years, actually. Yeah, it's been a good journey. I mean, drawing, especially for Business Line, had been a pleasure. Thanks to Mr. Venugopal who will come and you will see, and editors like Mr. Sampath Kumar who is sitting there.
Okay.
You can take some.
This comic
Yeah.
strip for the
Yeah.
management.
The comic strip
Whether that kind of attempts are done in comic
There is still time. Whether Indian cartooning has evolved into actually sustaining a daily comic strip on business affairs, I have a doubt, because comic strip as an art form, though we have exceptionally talented cartoonists in India, nobody has actually tried to create a comic strip that will run for decades. That hasn't happened, but it doesn't mean that it should not happen. It may happen soon. Yeah, comic strip as an art is was going one step behind the newspaper pocket cartoon or the 3-panel cartoon. But a day may come, because as economic awareness of people has grown, I'm sure there will be a time when there is a purely Indian cartoon strip and purely Indian business cartoon strip. We have exceptional talent in India.
Now we can see in the journalism, political and pocket cartoons are diminishing, but business cartoons are rising. Every business paper has their own cartoon.
As a cartoon, I mean, that is the surprising thing. When I started as a student, when I wanted to become a cartoonist, there was hardly a business cartoonist in sight except Mario Miranda, who was the only
He's a
one drawing on.
funnesque lady character he used to do.
Miss Nimbupani and her boss. And it was a different world. But slowly things started changing, and suddenly we are here where almost every business paper carries a cartoon, and some general papers don't carry a cartoon. So I think it has to do with the readership mindset change. The present generation is that much more tuned to take information visually. So I think cartooning will continue to grow as far as business papers or even digital media, which concerns about finance or business. The visual explosion there will certainly have space for cartooning also.
But you have not done any specialized caricature stuff?
No, I never. I used to draw caricatures early in my career, but I've never attempted caricaturing. This was daily work, and this put me busy enough. And see, the caricatures, the first thing is recognizability. Politicians are that much more visible to you, have an opinion, they're easier to caricature. Business leaders, they are behind a certain wall. They are behind their corporate wall. Not every reader may recognize. And third thing, I never honed my skills in caricaturing, never tried that road. It's like, I don't know rocket science, I don't know caricaturing also.
Who is your favorite cartoon? I can see your attempts of strong influence of R.K. Lakshman's. You said it.
Yes, R.K. Lakshman was certainly a big influence. He was a big influence when I was a student and wanted to take up cartooning as a profession. Lakshman was the first name. He will certainly the biggest influence. I learned a lot looking at his cartoons. Then there were plenty of others also. Abu was there, Vijayan was there, Sudhir was there. So mid-1980s when I was growing up, cartooning was very, very popular in India. And you had a lot of outlets where you could see cartoons. This was all before computers, I'm telling you. The internet was not there. So all these papers, up-country papers like Sudhir's, Hindustan Times, Times of India from Bombay edition would land in Hyderabad where I grew up in the evening. So you actually went to the library to see these cartoons the next day. So Lakshman certainly was an influence, but there were plenty of others. Everybody learned.
Why you strong gone into cartooning? You are a metallurgy. You are told you are a science. Anything strong?
See, I was doing this licentiate course in metallurgy, but cartooning was there from even before I joined college. It was an interest. Perhaps I was encouraged by the publication of my cartoons in local papers, local magazines. Then I won a prize in one of the national cartoon competitions. There used to be a trade fair organized every year
In New Delhi.
and at that time there was annual cartoon competition. So I won a prize there. I won a prize, and after that, I wanted to become, so I applied to a few papers. By which time, actually, as a student, I had the Indian Express Hyderabad edition gave me a regular feature. So based on that, Newstime offered me a job. So based on Newstime work, Business Line offered me a job. So it continued. And,
You were before starting Business Line, you were there.
yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we were the first group of 100 and
This is you are writing. You are sitting in Hyderabad and doing for this.
recently I used to be in Chennai, in the
Chennai.
head office. I used to be in the head office.
There are many Salam, yourself, and some of the specialist business cartoonists.
There are quite a few now who are doing excellent work, and a specialized business cartooning was not there even in Britain for a long time. I think around mid-80s it started changing. Their economy became that much more entwined with daily lives of the common people.
Yeah.
So they had Banks, who's named by himself in UK. And then you have business cartoonists. I mean, 1960s America, the business environment was so well defined by the cartoonists there. I mean, I can take names like Charles Sachs and Robert Weber, and Wall Street Journal's editorial page on which they carried a cartoon every day. So these things happen. It's part of evolution of cartoon. So slowly we will go to a comic strip as you wish.
Your son, you are only one son. He is doing engineering.
Pardon?
Your son is in engineering, doing engineering.
Yes,
Whether he is interested in cartoon,
no, he's not. He's not.
and your wife is a housemaker.
No, she works. She works for the educational technology.
And your father was a administrator in government job.
Yeah. He worked. Yeah, around. See, nobody has ever counted how many cartoons we draw, but I average even on a bad year, I may be averaging about 220 to 250 cartoons.
You picked about 75 cartoons. Huh? How many?
I picked only 75. These cartoons are specifically taken from the past 3 years.
Past 3 years.
This is a sampling of 75 cartoons from a larger body of work that I did.
It took how many days to pick up this? How many?
Yeah, that is what I showed you. I will show you another. See, almost every cartoon, when you are a cartoonist who has drawn all this, almost everything is your favorite. What I'm more interested in is what is your favorite or what is the viewer's favorite.
I like your style of drawing and your craftsmanship and humor also. It has something, sense of humor is there. And there is a very good, it is easily understandable. I appreciate your style of drawing also. There is craftsman. Whether you have done any course in art? No.
No, I learned it. I mean, like everybody, you learn with small lines, bad lines, then you improve, then you try to improve. There is a lot of scope for improvement in my drawing. I know that, and it may evolve even more. I never did any. See, most of the cartoonists, very few have gone to an art. Cartooning is something you just learn by yourself.
Now in sports cartoon, Satish Acharya is doing. For this, that is on specialized days. Earlier, Alex was doing.
See, that is what I'm saying. That is how times evolve. See, when I was growing up, when I started drawing cartoons, there was hardly, I mean, India had to win a World Cup or lose a match very badly for a cartoonist to take notes. Now, Satish Acharya comments on sports, especially on cricket, almost on a weekly basis. So that is how cartooning or any art form evolves. Like now you have internet humor called memes.
Yeah.
That's a separate art form. It has no connection with cartoonism. But it also would evolve.
Whether the animation part of this one, anything plan?
No, not interested. Not interested at this moment in time.
Thank you very much.